reality.
Hello.
Hello. What's your name? Just through a narrow wood we came on the farm. A long, low, stone-built house with casement windows. And a farmyard where pigs and fowls and an old mare were straying about. And in front, an old orchard of apple trees just breaking into flower. She's like a flower. A wild flower you come upon unexpectedly in the wood.
Bit poetic for me, but I see your point.
But what about you?
That is, if you don't mind being left alone.
As a matter of fact, I shall like it. Nothing to do but dream and watch spring on a farm. I've always wanted to do that.
Well, good luck, dear.
Oh, you're beautiful with those clusters of pink blossoms in your dark hair. You're very, very sweet.
You too?
Come here tonight. Promise.
I promise.
Welcome. We are back. Another week is upon us in the market. How's everybody doing? JG, Spiderwebs, Lentaglen, Dave, Cheddar Freeze, KTF, Mr. Robinson, and Holiday Option in the chat saying go Chiefs. Got a Sunday stream. Guess we got some football on as well. We're getting ready for the week. Got a few things to talk about. We're going to start off with Bitcoin, and we're going to talk about probably Wish and Polestar. Then we're going to talk about some pot stocks. We'll talk about CLOV, Fisker, ongoing trades, and a bunch of other stuff. So let's get into it. First off with Bitcoin. Not too much movement over the weekend. Nice little 4-hour candle, went up about 2%. Also kind of broke above this little resistance on the 4-hour chart after bouncing off of the support we talked about. I talked about this support on Wednesday and Thursday last week, and it went a little bit under it, but ended up holding it on most candles. Now it's bouncing off of that same level, which was once a resistance in the past. So support resistance flip there. 67K is your next resistance on Bitcoin, and then after that 68.5K. So that's what you got. You also got some 4-hour hidden bullish divergence on the MACD and on the RSI. So Bitcoin looking good for right now. We'll see if it can hold up. Ethereum kind of doing the same thing. Maybe a little bit of a triangle forming here. Testing the supply line on the 4-hour. See if this has divergence. It's just convergence, it looks like. maybe a little bit of hidden bullish divergence on the RSI. And one other thing I forgot to mention on Bitcoin, maybe a little bit of classic bearish divergence on the daily, but it hasn't really done much, and the MACD is already waning back towards green. So not too much of anything happened with that classic bearish divergence. It was actually on both oscillators, just kind of underperformed. So that's Bitcoin for right now. Ecomi, nice little bounce, had a 8% day almost after finding a bottom around 0.0064. Hopefully can just hold above 0.0068. Not a major level, but a little bit of resistance and a support in the past. And definitely broke out of a little supply line right there. So yeah, nice price action over the weekend for that. And Filecoin, still up a couple percent since the entry. It kind of tagged this supply line inside the triangle, pulled back, and just hasn't done much for like 4 days. So just waiting to see what the next move will be on that. That's pretty much it for crypto. In terms of stocks, futures are slightly green. And where are we right now on the S&P 500? Give me a second here. Let me just delete these. On the weekly, had yet another green week last week. 5th green week in a row. Actually, no, this was last week's candle. Sorry. Last week was a little bit red. It was down about 1/3%. So first red week in about 6 weeks. MACD is still green. RSI is a little bit overbought on the weekly. We'll take a look at the NASDAQ. On the weekly, it's kind of breaking out of this supply line that I have charted. We'll see if it can hold it this week. Let's go over to the daily time frame now on the S&P 500 and take a look. If you missed it, I'm not going to replay the clip again, but last week, every single night, you know what? I'm going to replay the clip again. We'll do it. I do think you look at the fear and greed index, like just not really fundamental, but just from a supply and demand, fear and greed index, technical analysis standpoint, we're at areas where it makes sense to pull back a little bit. Again, I think a pullback is not financial advice. I do think a pullback is a buy, but at a certain point, not the second we have one red day or one real red day for the market. It's like, all right, buy the dip, we're going back up. We might, still kind of the same opinion. I don't think that this is it. I think actually we could pull back a little bit more tomorrow or Thursday, but I don't expect us to see any large, like literally if we were to keep pulling back, like maybe give up like this or something. Like I don't think we're seeing anything like this week. I don't think we're going to get under 4,600 on the S&P this week. Over time, who knows? But again, it's not about validation for me. We had a nice bounce. I have no clue how the market opens tomorrow, but I do think tomorrow we might see a continuation of this little bounce. So even if we were to gap down a little bit and sell off, I do think we actually bounce tomorrow and we break above this high. So I think the SPY does get above 464.27 at some point tomorrow, just because we only had one reaction at this level. And this is pretty much your only real level that we can look at until like all the way down. If we are to have some nice action in the morning tomorrow, the level I would be watching for resistance intraday would be 466.88. So I already have pot stocks on my watch list for the morning. I'm also going to be looking at SPY calls in the morning. And if I do end up taking SPY calls because I have good confirmation on 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute charts, then I'll probably look for my take profit intraday around 466.88. I'm muted, great. I just need to like fix my overlay. Give me a second here. There we go. I think that should be good. All right, looks like we're good. And yeah, so last week I was pretty direct like every single night about what I thought the market was looking like for the following game, just for the short term. We did a pretty good job last week of kind of analyzing the market. Going into this week, it's interesting. Let's see where we are now. I haven't really looked too much at the charts. Nice green day on Friday. Really good day, actually. kind of closed around this little area. This is a pretty big short-term area for the S&P 500. You can see a candle high right here, candle low. This would be the close, this would be the candle high, and then this was the close again. So kind of finding this equilibrium point around 46.82 on the S&P 500. We'll see if we can get above it and hold above that area tomorrow or not. I think tomorrow is more of like a data type of day for the S&P 500. You could see on the 1 hour chart this same exact zone I was just talking about. We're testing it. We're testing this zone. You got highs and lows at this zone. I'm going to be really interested to see if the S&P or just how it reacts to this zone, whether it can hold it or not. So watching this level tomorrow. Probably tomorrow night on stream I'll be able to have a better opinion. But pretty open-minded going into tomorrow. We had a green day close off last week, but we had a red week overall for the S&P. Russell 2000 pulled back a little bit throughout the week as well. 1 hour chart kind of broke out of this descending broadening wedge and just started going sideways after that. ARK ETF broke under this 119 level. I think it broke the 200-day moving average. Nice little hammer on the daily, but not really the best context for a hammer candle. And still kind of looking like a potential inverse head and shoulders, still a little bit low. Let's see if there's anything else. Maybe a little bit of hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hour as well, apart from a couple little red islands. So technicals look fine going into this week. Nothing too crazy. I just think tomorrow, maybe even Tuesday, could be important days to see, what the rest of the week could look like. But yeah, I mean, things could go either way this week. Really not a direct opinion on the overall market. See if there's anything else I missed. I think we pretty much covered the most of it. The VIX pulled back on Friday. Nothing really too crazy that stands out to me. Pretty straightforward. Dollar going even higher. Dow Jones looking, I mean, everything it's fine for right now. That's just really all I got. So that's really it for the market. We could talk about a few other things. First off, Polestar. Boom. I mean, if we even go to extended hours, boom, 1444 on Friday. So this is why you watch the streams. I think here, I'm not too familiar with Polestar. I did a little bit of research on the company back in like I said, the middle of summer when I initially talked about it on stream. Then it just kind of did nothing for months, and then I think it was the end of September when they announced like the agreement. But yeah, the transaction includes approximately 800 million from the SPAC, 250 million from Pipe Finance. But I like the cars. I mean, that looks like it looks a lot better than a Solo car to me. I'm not trying to offend any of the Solo fanboys, but looks like a really nice car to me. Time highs today. Let me switch back over to my other overlay. So you get the point. We were talking about it. That stream was not too long ago. And yeah, nice move for Polestar last week again. Really nothing technical that stands out. Just fundamentally look into the company yourself. Very, very nice move. I was actually saying this earlier. There's a small call in the Discord earlier today, and I was thinking Polestar really could be, the move we saw. I don't know if there was any. I actually don't know if there was a catalyst, but wouldn't be surprised if this is just a little bit of a sympathy for the Rivian IPO. And again, a lot of people don't even want to touch the Rivian IPO because of being one of the most overvalued quote unquote stocks that we've seen in years, based on what their market cap is or their valuation compared to what they actually have on the books. So could be a little bit of a sympathy play there as well. Two relatively new EV stocks, but really nice move throughout last week for Polestar. Just want to give an update. There's not much you could do from a technical standpoint. I'm not even going to try to do anything from a technical standpoint. I guess each different dollar is a psychological support resistance. 13, 14, 15, whatever it is. So nice move there. What else is everybody talking about? Pot stocks. Now back over here in these areas for the S&P 500, I was talking about pot stocks and EVs and SPACs and saying I really think we're going to get some life back into these names. And it's just, a little bit over a month later, and we've seen a lot of life in these names across the board for EVs and SPACs and pot stocks. So yeah, really nice stuff there. Especially after just months of we had the sell-off for a lot of these types of stocks, and then just went sideways. And then you could see we had a very, very nice run up And this is just the ARC ETF. You could look at a few different things. But yeah, pot stocks, they're doing interesting things. Tomorrow, I believe, at 2 p.m. There's going to be, let's see if I can find it. What do I look up? I don't know if it's that. On Friday morning, the Business News Network reported on the status of a Republican-led cannabis legalization bill that U.S. Representative Nancy Mace of South Carolina has been preparing to submit to the House of Representatives. As CNBC noted, marijuana still is very much a macro story for investors rather than one marijuana stock or another notably outperforming its peers. More often, they all move up or down based on events and news that relate to the industry as a whole. And I believe tomorrow, I don't know what it says in this article, some sort of an event or something. I can't think of. Oh, there we go. Chatter Freeze is always saving me. Her PR will be Monday at 2 p.m. So there you go. So we got that as a catalyst for tomorrow. Again, no clue. Maybe it, continues to move up for these. Maybe to sell the news. Like, who knows? I don't know. From a technical standpoint, you're doing big things on a lot of these stocks. Everybody is talking about them. It's not just me. But again, we were talking about these when the S&P was at the lows in September, saying, look at all these looking like they're in wedges. They were just kind of bleeding on low volume. And yeah, so starting off with TLRY, it had a double bottom after breaking out of a wedge. Then it ran up, consolidated for a few days, and now it's trying to break out on volume of this 1276 level, which was a low from July and August. I think that's really about it. But yeah, if it can really clear above this level, TLRY has a little bit of chop around 1420, and then after that, 1520. So trying to break out on TLRY. CGC actually broke out on Friday. We talked about this on Thursday night. I think it broke over this $14 level, which was a low from September of 2020 and November of 2019. It broke above that level after breaking out of this channel. Again, on volume, this is the highest volume we've seen in months. ACB, we also talked about this, I think on Thursday, maybe a little bit earlier. This potential inverse head and shoulders is now a confirmed head and shoulders that it broke out of, broke the neckline, and it went up and it ran to close around the 200-day moving average. $8.16 is the short-term support for ACB. You could see it was from a low over here. Really not the strongest level, honestly. If it gets above this 200-day moving average, I'd say the next resistance would be around 950-ish. So you could see a lot of these pot stocks, they are moving together. Another one I'm watching, I actually sent this in a watch list to premium members today, is KERN. Pretty similar looking chart, but you have a little bit of divergence as well on the MACD and the RSI on the daily. Lower low double bottom, and is trying to test a breakout of this down sloping channel. So they're all looking similar. We'll see. The only thing is, like, a lot of these stocks got crowded very, very quickly. It went from like really not too many people were talking about them 2 weeks ago to literally everybody was talking about them when I went on Twitter this weekend at the end of last week. So I don't know. We'll see. But obviously the volume really is starting to incline on these. But just wanted to bring it up. I'm definitely not the only person bringing it up, and that's really what we've got for pot stocks right now. Let's talk about CLOV next. Actually, before we talk about CLOV, let's talk about Wish. So Wish is another one I'm watching, where on the daily, you had a pretty nice volume day on, I think Thursday, might have been around the day after earnings, and you're kind of testing this little supply line, at least a breakout of the supply line on the daily. Even the 1 hour chart looking really interesting. You could see it was pulling back and then it bounced off this 530 level, which used to be a resistance over here. I think even over here. So it's actually trying to flip. If Wish can hold 530 this week, that would be amazing. Or at least just hold it for the majority of the week. But yeah, watching Wish as well. Nice little reversal at the end of the day on Friday. I think I was even looking at like a little bit of a wedge towards the end of the day. Maybe on the 5 minute. There we go. So nice little push there for Wish. That's another one I'm watching this week. And yeah, those are your featured takers. Let's talk about some ongoing swings now, starting off with CLOV. I don't know why TradingView keeps for moving my drawings on the daily, it's pretty frustrating. So I'll just draw it again. Which high was I? I think I was using this high. So there's a couple inflection points for CLOV this week. So this is the first thing I want to talk about. And I have redrawn this a couple times in a couple different ways, so I want to make that clear as well. But you could see for the most part, it's pretty much at the apex of this wedge on the daily. You have 2 touches, almost 3 pretty much, on the supply line and definitely 3 on the demand line. So you have real pattern there, a little bit of gray area over here, but it's pretty much towards the apex point of this pattern. You had a little bit of news come out. I don't know if it's on TradingView. Yeah, it is. I think it was like right, 25 minutes after the close on Friday. Clover Health expects average number of direct contracting lives in 2022 to double from current levels. Not the craziest news to me, but news is news. It's good news, just it's not something that really surprises me. But at the same time, what has surprised me for definitely months at this point is like all the downgrades. Just really, there's been so much good news for CLOV in the past few months, and just obviously price action long term hasn't really affected that, or not affected that, but represented that. And that's really your daily. Not much of anything to talk about on the oscillators on the daily, just kind of neutral for right now. We have kind of hidden bearish divergence currently playing out on the RSI on the daily, and it's clearly, I don't know why my levels keep deleting. It's testing this low $7 support. It's spent pretty much 3 days bouncing off of that level, and very, very quiet, low volatility, low volume days on Thursday and Friday. Just very, very quiet at the lower Bollinger Band, okay? Very quiet, sitting at the lower Bollinger Band, low volume. Little bit of a flash from the past, just looking at the technicals with the Bollinger Bands. Even on the 4-hour looks similar. You do not have classic bearish divergence on the 4-hour MACD, because this island went a little bit lower, but on the RSI, you definitely have a chance of 4-hour classic bullish divergence for CLOV. This is how I have my 4-hour charted for right now. There's a few different ways you could chart this for sure. And then even lower time frames, you still have kind of the same exact looking structure, where your RSI is kind of bouncing off of that 30 level yet again on the 1 hour, kind of hit a 1.16 retrace, then went up here. So just going sideways after, retracing a bit. It's just testing an important level. That's the easiest way to put it. Don't want to overcomplicate it. $7. I mean, you can use all the technicals you want. It's pretty clear. And then also another inflection point. We talked about that wedge on the daily, kind of just looking at it on the weekly. If you extend this demand line all the way back here, you're kind of at the end of this, whatever you want to call this pattern. We call it triangle, whatever you want to say. Kind of also right at the end of it. It was trying to break out of it. I mean, it was above the supply line at one point last week. Well, pretty much, I guess, on Monday before the earnings, and then obviously got shot back down. Even the weekly MACD and RSI, it's technically bullish convergence because you are at a higher low currently, but pretty close to Class B, classic bullish divergence, relatively the same type of lows. So yeah, CLOV, it's just really quiet for right now. It's just a question of when volume will come. We've been here before. We'll see what happens for CLOV. And that's really it. Hopefully it can hold the $7 level this week, at least for the most part. Next up, we'll talk about NEO, another ongoing swing. I mean, hit the first target, and actually Mehdi and Lump were talking about this on Friday in the Discord. Nice little day trade off of lower time frames. Had a few good looking things here. Divergence, channels, support. I think Mehdi was also looking at Bollinger Bands. So that made a nice move on Friday off the lows. In terms of like the actual swing, it's just testing a level. It's trying to hold the 200-day moving average. It's trying to break above this $44 resistance. We'll see what it does this week. BENE was up 1% on Friday. There's not much I can talk about it from a technical standpoint. XL still just going sideways in this range. Really not much of an update on the swing, so just kind of doing the same thing. VIPS is actually up a nice amount right now since the entry. Had a nice little move last week. It's up 13% since the entry. Hopefully it can hold this. This is potentially the first higher low it's made in a while. So really nice price action. We go back over to the weekly, which is the main time frame I'm watching on this trade. You could see that you've actually had your highest weekly candle close pretty much since like the first week of September. So very nice movement on this swing currently. And Fisker, not an ongoing swing, but obviously I want to talk about it. There's nothing much I could do from a technical standpoint. These are your levels. I already have them charted. If you want to take a screenshot, go for it. LA Auto Show is this week. LA Auto Show will begin on Friday, November 19th. Is that right?
There is no power,
I thought it was the 17th that they were presenting.
and there isn't a future,
No.
and there never will be.
It says, oh wait, November 17th, 2022 production start date. What am I reading? When is it? What day is it? Wait, no, it says over here, Fisker Ocean unveil at LA Auto Show, November 17, 2021, 12:15 p.m. And this is on Fisker's own website. So I think that, what's the 17th? Is that Wednesday? So it might be on Wednesday, the reveal of the production intent Fisker Ocean. Been waiting for this like literally all year. There was even a debate about literally me going to see it in person. Not doing it, but yeah, Fisker, boom, 53% profit swing added to the list of amazing legendary swings on Fisker, going a little bit higher than the target. Not much to do from a technical standpoint. You're overbought on the RSI. There's a lot of momentum behind this for right now. Hopefully it stays that way, but remember, it just made a really nice move. It could keep making a nice move. I'd say short-term level, you wouldn't want to watch this 1940. There's a couple highs and lows. You can see a low over here, high over here, high over here. Maybe that's your short-term level, but nothing much to talk about from a technical standpoint. That's really it. Pretty straightforward intro to the stream. Only took me about half an hour. Ethereum making a nice little move up. Futures kind of the same. So it's up in the chat. We got 54 people in here. Hit the like button if you didn't already. Looking forward to a good week of trading. Yeah, just run up the likes to 30 likes real quick. If you're not subscribed to the stream, I'd love to hit 4,000 subs by the end of the year. We're about, I think, 340 away. Let me just confirm that. So not going to be easy, but I think we could get there if enough people subscribe. So we're about, yeah, around 345 or whatever. Wow, we just actually got like 10 new subs really quickly. So thank you for all the support. See if we get to 4K. That would be awesome. And if you're not in the Discord, Neutron Flux Labs, just drop the link in the chat. Make sure to join that. Check out the links in the description if you want to join Premium. I sent an 18 ticker watch list to Premium members today. If you're not in Premium, I literally shared my screen as I was scanning for that watch list in the Discord. There's 2,000 people in Discord. Only about 4 or 5 people joined the call. Is what it is. But if you want to join Premium, that link's in the description. And watch the free course. That link's also in the description. All right. So it's up in the chat. There we go. The 30 likes real quick. Awesome to have 50 people in here. And what else? Stephen M is in the chat saying 33 viewers, only 12 likes. Come on now. Hit the like button. There we go. What's up, Neutron? What's up, the guy? Neutron says, here's that Discord link. You could end up maybe changing your life with the education by being involved in the FTM fam, if I read that correctly. Neutron Flux Labs also said, can't wait to drive the solo at the show. Steven says, MR has price targets for NEO at 55 and 64. Get call on the entry champ. I don't know if you meant to say great, but yeah, the NEO. I mean, we picked the bottom on NEO, like for real. Same thing with Fisker, but not the literal bottom, but pretty close to it. Very nice run, and yeah, I mean, there's a lot of other people talking about it, so we'll see. Bandman Dan, what's how you doing? PC tests at GGPI. We already talked about it. I didn't really say much about it, just celebrating that it made a nice move since we talked about it a couple weeks ago. So yeah, it'll be in the timestamps regardless. But Bandman Dan said, when do you do those scans? I don't always what's it called? Like go live in the community voice channel in the Discord when I'm scanning, but sometimes if I feel like today I do. And then I send the watches regardless every weekend in Premium, but sometimes I just kind of do it by myself. And yeah, I do them on Sundays typically. So yeah, that's pretty much your recap. We could just do take requests for the rest of the stream. We actually didn't do a lot of them last week, so it might be a good time to do some right now. So yeah, drop some takers in the chat. Don't request anything up over 30% on Friday. Do not request any OTCs. What's I gonna say? 30% OTCs. Oh, don't request anything to IPO within the last month. And remember, nothing I say is financial advice. But yeah, also, how's everybody's weekends? Let me know in the chat. Have a good one, Bam Dan. I don't know if you're leaving. I saw your message. I remember ONEM. All right, we'll start off with these. We got a couple more in here.
Speak up, Jonas.
It was nothing.
I'd better get you on your way.
No,
AMC, could take a look at that. I'll do BBIG as well.
What did you do?
What was I gonna say though? Keep forgetting. Oh yeah, IMX is what you asked for. I think it's this one. Immutable. So there we go. And then blink. Neutron says busy, worked all weekend, not enough screen time. I mean, this weekend I did like nothing. But I mean, the last like 2 or 3 weekends I worked the whole entire weekend. Actually, that's not true. But for the most, like, I don't know. This was one of the first weekends in a while. Let me just put it like that. For one of the first weekends in a while where I just did like nothing for the most part, which is pretty nice. I don't know if, let me see if I can find a better exchange with more data. Not a lot of data here, so I don't know. Immutable X. I've actually heard about this on a few different channels. I can only really analyze the 1 hour chart. There's not a lot of data, but breaking out of a little bit of a bull flag on the 1 hour, or just a falling wedge, however you want to call it, with some classic bullish divergence. So 1 hour looks good. Again, I usually stick to the 4 hour and daily for my swings. So another important level I see is 5.63 from this high, and then a couple lows over here as well. So that's really all I got for that one. AMD. Also, just going to look at the 1 hour chart here. This daily is just kind of like a straight line up. It's pretty much ran up to a gap fill. This is actually Friday morning. I missed like 3 trades in a row that would have been huge trades. I missed an amazing trade on the SPY. I literally told you all on Thursday night that I was looking for SPY calls on Friday morning. I told all of you on stream. I said, all right, I'm most likely going to look for SPY calls in the morning and take profits at 466.88. Would have been a perfect day trade. I didn't take it. And then same thing, AMD I was actually watching on the 5 minute, I think it was like an ascending triangle or something. I can't remember where it was. It might have been like this. I was watching maybe it break this. Was this even Friday the 12th? I think it was. So I was watching AMD as well. I missed that. Like I missed a bunch of day trades in the morning. I was just all over the place. So that was really frustrating. Did get a nice day trade on Neo though. Shout out to the clowns, Medi and Lump for the technicals on that. But in terms of the chart for AMD, not much that I really see. Honestly, this might be a situation where moving averages could help you out, but maybe you could also, it's like, where do you chart it like this? Because it already broke out. I mean, this looks like the best way to chart it in my opinion. It already kind of broke out of that triangle. But I'd probably just look at it like this. This is actually what I did with Tesla. When I missed out on making, I would have made a lot off of Tesla puts. I talked about this last week, I think, where on Tesla, like I was going to get puts literally on this day and I didn't because I was like literally like scared. I'm not going to lie, because it was just going up nonstop. And I talked about that last week on stream, and next day it went down 12%. And I was looking at weekly out of the money puts for 1050. I mean, those things probably went up over around 1,000%. Probably, I mean, I didn't even look at them because I didn't want to know how much I missed out on exactly, but that was crazy. But yeah, for AMD, EMAs, it's pretty much above all of them. It's kind of riding the 5 EMA for right now. That's pretty much what I do. Just look at the chart. SEAH, not much I can do here either. Those are pretty much the only levels I got. It's kind of already running. I need, a lot of things that are going straight up or straight down. There's not much I can do. That's just not really my trading style. I look for consolidation before the big moves, like we did on Fisker. PROGs, it's testing the supply line area. It hasn't really broken it yet. It got above it for a little bit, back under it, back under the 200-day moving average as well. It's just testing this 295 support from the end of April. We'll see if that can hold. BABA, pretty much a flat day on Friday. A little bit of hidden bullish divergence on the daily. Yeah. Broke out of this wedge, just testing this little level. I got the levels charted for you. Shop was up 12%. I don't know what the catalyst was for that, but nice. Break out of a range between 1200 and 1600. Support, I would say, is around 1559 from a couple highs over here and over here. And then resistance, you could just use Fibonacci from swing high down to swing low. 1272 at 1750, 1618 around 1880. SOL, I don't know if you meant like Solana cheese. So just type it again in the chat and just let me know if it's SOL, the stock, or the crypto, and I'll look at it. American Airlines is in the middle of the range. That's your range. It's charted out for you. That's it. 1M, what'd you say about a possibly backtesting channel breakout soon in Butterfly on the daily? I'm not exactly sure how you have it. You might have it like charted from all the way up here. Even for that, I mean, for me, it looks like it's already broke out and it's kind of already gone a little bit away, but yeah. And then also, I'm not sure what your pivot points are, but it's close to a butterfly, close to a 1272, close to a 786, but not quite on that. But you're probably looking a little bit differently. In general, though, where's this level? 21, a little bit of a resistance from the past. You also have some hidden bearish divergence on the daily, kind of. Let me really have to zoom in on this one. Yeah, you have some hidden bearish divergence nearly confirmed on the daily on the MACD. Definitely clearer on the RSI. So that's what I got. It might be better like longer term, not financial advice. Just short term, it's testing it. I mean, I could see it going either way short term. Bearish engulfing candle on the weekly. I think there's variables to both sides short term. But longer term, yeah, it definitely did break out of this wedge. So I don't know, maybe just trying to put in maybe a couple of reaction lows or whatever it is. We'll see. PayPal, it's all about 211 in my opinion. I mean, you could probably move that level a little bit, but 211 is what I got for the most part. If it breaks above it, I mean, your resistance is 223 to 226. You got a gap fill there. But this is the important level. It used to be a resistance. You're back under it. It's your resistance again. If it can't like reclaim it, I think 185 could be tested next. Can't break above it, it could go back up to this resistance and we'll see then, but not much I can do apart from that. EXPR, I think $4 is the important level of support. 460 to 470 is your resistance. You're in between them. That's really all I can do. JUPW, there's not much I can do on this chart, just being honest here. Pretty much all I could chart. AMC, hit the first target of a premium trade for 18% profit. Pretty much after that went all the way back down almost to the entry, didn't tap it. Maybe lower time frames. I mean, on the daily, you're just towards the apex of this triangle. It could break either way. On the 4 hour, it's also in between support and resistance, so a little bit neutral right now. It's looking really bullish to me over here. Made a nice move. Now I think it's just kind of resetting the oscillators and whatnot. BBIG, let me clear this chart. You got a little bit of classic bullish divergence developing on the daily MACD. And it's your 200 moving average is around like 413-ish. That's like a very big level to me, 413. You could see it from these highs as well. It's your 200-day moving average, kind of this high and this high as well. We'll see. Maybe on the 4 hour you could chart like a wedge or something. I mean, it's not the best, but something like this. With also 4 hour classic bullish divergence, really not doing much. Blink, it's in the middle of support resistance. It looked pretty nice over here. It was testing a make or break area with classic bullish divergence, made a move up. Now it's just in between support resistance. So that is that. All right, what's up in the chat? SPY had 230% gain in the option channel Friday. Nice. Yeah, Chedda's been crushing it. She even shared a few charts and technical trades today that looked really interesting. Oh, SOL stock. All right, we'll take a look at that. NTNX. Me Tenderfoot says, been watching MIR on Coinbase, possible pattern completion reset while maintaining high lows. Maybe something to keep an eye on. We'll take a look at it. Yeah, keep hitting that like button. Let's get up to 50 likes maybe. It's actually only 40 people in here, but I think we could maybe hit 50 if there's 13 people here that didn't hit the like button. DLO in the middle of a range. Yet another one, a little bit of classic bullish divergence on the daily, but earnings are on the 16th according to TradingView. Pinterest. If it can get above 46.37, that would be interesting. It's not really harmonic at this point, but yeah, I'd like to see if it could get back above 46.37. MACD's weighing back towards green. Nice little RSI low. I'd like to see it break back above this level. That's pretty much the most important level, and then it can move back up to the 50s, but we'll see. Facebook, I'm bullish on Facebook. I like the metaverse, and I really think that Facebook is in a good place to capture a lot of the attention with the metaverse. I think they already have. Chart looks really similar to the S&P 500. Over here, you can kind of see what I'm saying. Like the wedge pattern with the inverse head and shoulders. I don't know why I deleted like half of my thing, but you can kind of visually see it. Like Facebook looks pretty similar to how the S&P looked over here. And it had its nice little breakout of the supply line after coming back down into this range. I would like to see it hold above 335.62. I'm bullish on it for right now, not financial advice. I could be wrong. JMIA, it's kind of in this triangle pattern at an inflection zone. Not really a textbook harmonic, but a mix between a bat and a Gartley, or just a Gartley that went down to an 85% retrace. So not textbook, but close. If it can break to the upside of this zone, I mean, I think JMIA could run back up to 24 and then eventually almost 30. Got a little bit of resistance around 28. If it doesn't break up and breaks down, I mean, there's not a lot of historical price action between 17 and 12 bucks. So hopefully it can break up and not down. It says earnings are on the 16th, so it might just come down to that. Thank you, Jordan, for the subscription. If anybody else is not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. NTNX, not the best looking formation. Not horrible. The reason I'm saying it's not the best looking, there's two different ways to look at this. First one is this, just a downsloping channel with classic bullish divergence, which does look pretty good, and then potential double bottom off the 200-day moving average, first bottom, second bottom. Another way, and this is very, very scuffed, and that's why I initially said it. You don't really have a right shoulder, but if we look at it like this, if it were to, I don't know, this is very, very forward thinking. There's still needs a lot of confirmation, but if it were to, let's say, bounce off this double bottom area, break out of the channel I just showed you, and only underperform, and maybe fail to break this resistance and then break down. I mean, a break under that neckline and the 200-day moving average, send it back down to the 20s. So I think it's at a make or break area. If it can bounce off this potential double bottom and 200-day moving average, then it breaks the channel, and it'll not probably, but it could head back up to 37.83. And then at 37.83, that would be the big test, in my opinion. It's a high from over here, a high from over here. If it can't break that, then you're talking about a potential head and shoulders. If it can break above it, then who knows what could be next. There's a couple gap fills. I see one around $40. So two different scenarios. It's at a make or break area, and we'll see. SOL, the stock. Bullish bat, double bottomed at the PCZ. Looks like I've already charted this. And yeah, it's running now after double bottoming at the 886 pretty much. In between support and resistance short term, between 765 and 1050. That's it. But like long term, like you zoom out to like the weekly, I mean, this thing just made a major retrace. If it can ever get back above 11 bucks, there's not a lot of historical price action or highs and lows between 11 and 1663. So it's just a question of can it keep going and break above that resistance. MIR, the crypto, just in the range for right now. A little bit white coffee in, but not perfect. So yeah, I just see this as a range for right now. That's really all I got. Could go either way. Futures around the same price. Okay. Let me see if I'm missing anything in the chat. Jordan says, hey man, what's up? Just found your channel and enjoying. Thank you very much, Jordan. Glad to hear that. What's up, Medi? A little bit of an early stream, yep. Was talking about the Neo day trade on Friday earlier. Jordan says, are you expecting GGPI to sell off Monday or keep running in your opinion? I'm up 40% debating my strategy tonight. I'm long bullish but want to get free shares if I can sell high and buy lower. I really don't know. I'm really looking at GGPI. I'm not in it right now, but just in general as a stock, personally, if I were to be in it, I'd look at it from a much more long-term perspective, same way I looked at most SPACs last fall. So it really, like with SPACs, it really just comes down to what fits your personality the best. There's a lot of people that average up on SPACs with volume. There's a lot of people that just get in at the NAV price and they just, whatever happens, happens. And there's people that trade them. Like it really just comes down to personal opinion, because there's not much I can tell you based on the chart. And, you know, the company's not really, it's still a SPAC for right now. So it's like, it really just comes down to like, you need more data. And then also it's like, it's a SPAC for now. So it's like, I just said, so it's like so many times. But I don't know why I do that sometimes, but there's different scenarios. I really can't tell you what happens tomorrow. It's, you know, there's a 50% chance of me being right, but that's not the edge I look for. So for me, it's a more long-term perspective on most SPACs in general, like GGPI and the Phase SPAC and a couple others. So yeah. SOFI, it's in between 21 and 24.50 for right now. Support resistance, not much I could say apart from that. Got a little bit of classic bearish divergence currently playing out on the daily MACD. That's really about it. SFT, all-time lows. I'll just chart levels on this one. Those are the levels I see. And yeah. All right. I'm trying to think of what to talk about right now. KERN, we already talked about that earlier in the stream. I brought it up when we were talking about pot stocks. It'll be in the timestamps. I mean, I could just repeat it really quickly. Classic bullish divergence, trying to break out of a wedge after double bottom. Looks just like a lot of other pot stocks. Sent in the watchlist to premium members earlier today. Futures still a little bit flat. Not much happening. So yeah, I guess we might just call it there for the night. Pretty straightforward stream. Thank you all for the support. Make sure to hit the like button if you didn't already. Let's get up to 50 likes if we can. And if you're not subscribed, help us get to 4,000 subs by the end of the year. Let's see if we could, maybe I could draw something up really quickly. Let's see. Why is this being weird? There we go. What color should I make it? That looks good.
For me,
Jordan Dean with the $5 tip says, thanks, good luck this week, everyone. Thank you very much, Jordan. Sorry for like the not much of an answer with the GGPI, but just telling you the truth like I always will. When I don't know, I'll say I don't know. So yeah, vibes in the chat for Jordan. First tip of the stream. Wait. Oh, I thought I was muted for a second. I'm not. Thank you again, Jordan. Let me fix this. There we go. Why did it just do that? Let's see if that works. No, I gotta redo that. Great. Subscribers. I feel like I messed up that spelling. I don't know. How does that look? There we go. That's perfect. So we got 47 days to go. And now we got a little subscriber box here. Put it. Make it smaller. Alright, perfect. Honesty is appreciated. That's what you're gonna get every time here.
All the same.
Yeah, we could look at a couple more, I guess. I was gonna get out of here, but it's all good. I don't know. Whenever I can't think of like things to talk about, that's pretty much when I end the stream. But if there's more tickers in the chat, we could look at a couple. RIOT. I like that it broke above this zone. It can hold above it. I think the next area it could run up to eventually test is 50 to 60 bucks. Just not a lot of price action between those two levels. Actually, you have a high over here at 46. At 46 bucks pretty much. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, so those are your levels. And then got the 200J moving average around 36 bucks. RIAL, hopefully can stay above 473. Looks like it broke it for a little bit, but then double bottomed. And pretty close to a Gartley. A little bit deep on the B point, but had one bottom at the 786 and then a second bottom at the 786. So it depends on your tolerance for harmonics, but yeah. Even again, without a harmonic, hit a 786, bounced there twice, and now it's running back up. So that's RIAL. Where I looked at TLRY, it'll be in the timestamps. Me Tenderfoot says, you rock, bro, referring peeps to your stream. Many thanks and vibes. Thank you very much. Royal Caribbean. Surprised that this is all it did. Was there earnings here? No. It looked like it was breaking out of a cup and handle. It spent 2 days above it and then it just completely gave it up. Now it's just testing the 200-day moving average. If it can't hold that, I'd say next support's around 77.37. If it can't hold it, you have a gap fill at like 93.50. All right, so yeah, that's RCL. We already looked at TLRY. Long-legged doji on the weekly for Filecoin. Yeah. PLG. Support's like 275. Resistance 350-ish. It already broke out. It's already running, so you could even use fibs here. Nice, really nice confluence. Look at this level. Alright, this is what you look for. Look at that confluence right over here. Your 50% retrace from swing high to swing low perfectly lines up with 357, which used to be a support from over here and over here, and a support from 2017. Okay, and you have the 200-day moving average at that level That's what you look for, confluence on buys and sells. 3 different indicators lining up at one price point. ANY, not much I can do here. This is probably how I'd look at it for right now. All right. What are your favorite wheat tickers? Currently looking at TLRY and KERN. They all look pretty good to me from a technical standpoint, but we'll see what the catalyst or the multiple catalysts kind of turn out to be. The one thing I don't know, a lot of sectors sometimes get too crowded too quickly sometimes, which it's not always a bad thing, but you know, when everybody's already bought an asset or a sector and everything's already gone up, it's like where's the demand going to come from? Then you just have a switch over to supply. So it's like when things get too hot too quick, that's when it's like just from like from a psychological standpoint. But again, like they all pretty much look like they broke out of wedges on really good volume, and now they're reclaiming historical important levels. We talked about them earlier in the stream. It'll be in the timestamps as well, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. Everybody's talking about them going into this week, you know. But we just had like a new group of people join the stream. We were down to like 25 people, now we're back up to 41. Why is it going into caps? You know what we could do? Maybe we could I could react to something. I just don't know what to react to.
Oh, is that all you think of, money?
I also think of you.
Give me something to react to in the chat.
How nice.
Drop me like a video link, or like just tell me something to look up to react to, like stocks related.
Oh, you can be cruel when you want to be.
I know what I want, and I take
Like a YouTube video or something.
Ought to realize that by now.
Yeah, I saw the Elon Musk tweets. I'm not gonna comment on that. Also, we're 3 likes away from 50 likes, so hit that like button if you didn't already. React to biggest live trading losses. They're probably gonna say a lot of bad words. Yeah, I don't know if I want to risk that. I mean, we could. All right, I'll look at one of them. If you're watching the stream with children right now, probably don't, because there might be a lot of bad words in the stream in a couple minutes here. Just want to put that out there right now. I don't know anything about KERN warrants, Nate. Not really into warrants that much personally. I did see the GameStop Snoop Dogg video. It was so funny. It's edited. I actually thought it was real at first, which was funny.
This is
This is gonna be bad.
Getting bored at home? Use the time to invest. SeekingAlpha.com. Be a better investor.
$453,000 in affiliate commissions in 60 days. Without Amazon, Shopify, or...
Hello and welcome to my top 5 YouTuber live trading losses. Starting us off at number 5 is YouTuber Mayor Barack, who is long in Tesla. He takes advantage of the dip on the gap up to take a long position.
9
and it's up now, but it's extremely dangerous because it's the first few minutes of the trading session and I don't know which direction Tesla's gonna pick. But as you can see, I'm already up 10 grand and it's looking good.
After checking in on a different trade, he comes back to his Tesla trade to see that his long position has turned sour.
It just failed to move higher and it's getting back to the lows where I should have my stop. I'm getting ready to stop it. I'm already down $14,000. That's very bad. That's very bad. I need to see it stopping just a bit, relaxing a bit. Oh, what a spike down. I do not move out on spikes. Look at that. That's terrible. $27,000 down. You know, the case with Tesla is that it's strong today. I'm looking at the daily. Tesla should move up today, but I'm down 33,000. This is terrible.
See, he's freaking out that his position's not working out, which to me just means he put too much money into it. Like, you should not be freaking out when a trade's not going your way. It might sting a little bit, but you should never be in a position where like you're down so much that you don't even want to stop out because you don't even want to realize that loss.
It spiked down. I do not move out on spikes. It is moving down. Just close the gap.
Why does he not move down on
Somewhere
spikes?
around here, because when the stock is moving down, closing the gap, at many times it would find its support right over there at the point where it closes the gap, and this should be it right here. And again, the market started down a bit, but I'm looking at the daily of the market. I expect the market to move higher. I expect Tesla to move higher today. I hope I'm not mistaken here. It just spiked down. I do not move out on spikes, although I'm starting to feel sorry about this one. Down.
You said 3 times I don't move out on spikes. Like, I think he literally knows what the issue is, and he's just not following his own advice.
Out of the money call options on Tesla, going bullish once again on Tesla.
Market open, and we're up. What the? Why did it say I'm down 5 grand? What the? No way.
Alright, this is kind of boring.
Coming in at number 3 is the well-known Patrick Wyland with a triple hit of an opportunity loss followed by 2 painful-to-see losses.
Just like to see BLNK kind of work itself back up here a little bit. See if we can get filled here at 520. Having some trouble there at the 524. Wow, there's the drop. Oh, so not getting filled there at 520. Oh, that stinks. Oh, man. Come on now. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Try to get filled there at 520. All right, so let's see now if this $5 area turns into a resistance here. So it looks like looking nice. Look for some little pop back up here. Wow. Oh, gotta be kidding me now. 480s now. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my baby Jesus. That 520 entry would have been so beautiful. So beautiful. See if we can get filled here. 6010, not getting filled. Trying to get filled there twice at 610 area. It's not getting filled.
We really should be buyers of it because we got an inside bar here. Edit. Here we go. I'm thinking this stop loss might actually be way too.
Alright, give me something else to react to. I don't know, I was just like, whatever. I actually shouldn't be. I'm trying to look for videos on this side, but I don't know. I want to look through all the comments. Have any of you? Let me see if I could find it. Can't think of what this channel is called.
We're here to help those that need it most. Eversource, a proud sponsor of Energize Connect.
What a day to be alive. Let me take a look at my crypto investments. Whoa. I just made $9,000 while I was sleeping. I just love Bitcoin. I don't think I can find anything in my whole life which can make me as much money as Bitcoin did.
Hi Wojak. How are you?
I'm okay, Mom. What's up?
I just saw it on the news that Bitcoin is up 11% today. I remember you invested your life savings into it. You must be really rich now, Wojak. I'm so proud of you. I feel so happy for you.
Aw, thank you, Mom. I feel so happy that I am finally able to prove myself. Alright, Mom. I'll talk to you later. I have to go for lunch with my Julie today.
Wait, what? Are you and Julie dating? She's so beautiful. How is she even with you? Don't tell me you told her about your Bitcoin portfolio.
No, Mom. I never mentioned my Bitcoin to her. It's just that being so rich gives me a lot of confidence and it boosts my self-esteem. Making shittons of money definitely gives people a lot of confidence. Anyway, I really gotta go now, Mom. Goodbye.
A few moments later.
Listen, Woj, don't you think I'll look absolutely stunning in this?
I bet you will. Let's buy it. I'll give this to you as a gift, honey.
Are you sure about it, Woj? It costs $900.
$900?
KTF said Medivlog.
Honey, just buy it without a second thought.
Oh my god, I just love you, Woj.
Hey Wojak. All good?
Yes, Justin. What's up?
Bro, I just wanted to ask you about which crypto I should invest in. I have some spare cash and I want to invest it and make crazy money like you. I wish I listened to you when you were recommending me to buy Bitcoin a few years back. My life would have been so different and happier now.
Don't worry about it, Justin. Just buy the coins which Elon Musk tweets about, and you'll get really filthy rich. By the way, I'm out with Julie right now. I'll call you back later?
No way, Wojak. I can't even believe it. How did you even get her, bro? It's just crazy. Anyway, yeah, let's talk later.
Let's go for lunch, Woj. I'm really hungry right now.
Yeah, babe, let's go. We're going to the most expensive restaurant today.
This looks really expensive to me, Woj. Are you sure we should be eating here? I just looked at the 24-karat gold pizza and it costs $2,700. Are you sure you want to spend so much money on lunch today?
Yes, babe, I'm sure about it. I want to make sure that this is the most amazing and the best experience of your whole life. I just hate my life. I wonder if I'll ever be successful in my life. Everything was so good before. What's up, Dad?
You piece of shit.
What happened, Dad? Are you alright?
Just shut up, Wojak. Do not ever talk to me again. I feel so shitty to be your father. Why are you like this?
Dad, it's enough. Will you even tell me what's the matter?
What's the matter?
Alright, I mean, I watched some of that person's videos. Most of them are better than that. I didn't watch that one yet, so I wanted to watch it, but that was kind of boring. Let's see this. The truth about technical analysis.
And stuff no one gives a fuck about. And when you're not good at sports, you think to yourself, well, I'm not good at sports, so I'm probably gonna need to make a fuck ton of money to get attention from women instead. Long story short, neither worked out, but yeah, I don't know what the moral of that story is, honestly. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Okay, no, technical analysis. It's art for the stock market. But don't get it confused. You are not Pablo Picasso. You're Van No. Money. A madman and a failure doing astrology that determines whether you eat this month. There actually might be something to this. You can clown astrology all you want, but at least her hobby doesn't involve violently losing thousands of dollars. But here's the thing about technical analysis. It maybe kind of works. Nobody is really sure. I'm not going to speak too soon. It's an investing community joke that technical analysis is basically astrology. Yet a lot of people that know what they're doing use it.
Alright, a third way I'm different. I use technical analysis. Ooh, right?
The big boys use it, and I've seen a lot of anecdotal evidence that people have used it to make a ton of money. It's a paradox. I usually see the talks around technical analysis go like this. Does technical analysis work? If making money was as easy as seeing patterns on charts, everyone would be doing it. But that's an oversimplification of what real technical analysis actually is. Intuitively, the theory behind technical analysis makes sense. A stock chart is just an image of different human decisions. Humans tend to make decisions in patterns, therefore someone who can interpret those patterns should be able to predict them into the future.
Shout out Mark Douglas.
To a definitive answer. Is technical analysis astrology, or is it something you should be implementing into your investment strategy? By the end of this video, we will have a yes or no answer. Not maybe, not well, it depends. Either no, read tea leaves instead, or yes, this will help you make money. First, we need to dig deep into the internet to try to uncover the truth. Because everybody knows a guy who made money with technical analysis. The fabled technical analysis shaman that's always just 2 people away from you. You can never meet him, but apparently he exists. Now, from everything I've seen, technical analysis is all about finding trends on the chart. Finding whatever trends you need to be able to sleep tonight while you bag options that have already lost 50% of their value. Long story short, at the highest level, there's a lot of evidence to suggest that some forms of technical analysis have no predictive power. It doesn't help that the simplicity of some forms of technical analysis.
They even included Neutron's chart in the video.
Have no predictive power. It doesn't help that the simplicity of chart patterns is usually the primary target for get-rich-quick trading scams. Technical indicator strategies also tend to be full of overfitted back tests that promise good results while only actually working in incredibly specific conditions. All that being said, we know smart people that use it, and the big boys definitely use it to some extent. So what is real technical analysis, and what purpose does it actually serve? We're talking about real, practical implementation that your average Wendy's employee can use in his day trading strategy. How realistic is that? Technical analysis is such a blanket term that ropes in so many different things. We first need to break it down into a few different branches. I'd classify it in 3 ways. First, we have our chart patterns, then we have what I'd call fundamental price action, and finally, quantitative trading strategies. They all get bundled into this idea of technical analysis, which I think is one of the reasons why everyone thinks technical analysis is astrology. First, let's look at the least credible branch of technical analysis. These kinds of chart pattern indicators. You've all seen them. You've all heard people on YouTube trying to tell you they can teach you how to use them to get rich. But can you actually build a trading strategy from them? Well, no. From everything I've found, and I don't, these kinds of technical indicators, bullish flag patterns emerge.
There's no way people are this stupid. Unless he's joking. Like, there's no let's just sit back and watch.
Definite bearish death cross. Mercury's in retrograde, time to short the NASDAQ, that kind of stuff. I legitimately could not find one back test to suggest that any of these indicators are able to outperform over the long term. Not one.
All right, thank you for watching the stream. Be live again tomorrow. Have a good night. And yeah, peace out.